Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Maud Afro Mama. Listen, there are many African bloggers out here, but I remain undisputed queen over here. All right. And this afternoon, I'm super excited because, I have love much Atlanta. And listen, I have the Lamont White, the gay coaching. Well, wait, you know what? Let him introduce himself to you guys. All right. Hey there. What's going
Hello, hello,
on?
hello. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I love your intro. I love the music. I love your energy. So thanks for having me on your show today.
Thank you so much. I was born and raised in Kenya, Africa. So, I have to represent my people over here on these streets. All right.
I have
So,
never been to Kenya. I need to visit.
oh my gosh, you have to. You have to go do a safari. Okay. You
Yes,
know, every
please.
e- everybody that I've met over here, and I asked them, have you visited Africa? And the first thing they say is like, you know what? Um, I have been to South Africa, or I want to go to South Africa. I don't want to hear. Americans feel like they are scared to go to Africa, and so they feel like I want to go to South Africa that
No.
way.
I've been to Nigeria. I've been in Lagos, Abuja. I've been to Zambia. I went to Lusaka. So I was I listen, invite me, I'll go. Okay. I have a
Okay,
passport. We can do
okay,
stamps. Okay.
awesome. So you have been everywhere, but you haven't been in East Africa.
I have so if I haven't been to Kenya, I've been nowhere. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm happy to have you here. First of all, I love your show. I love,
Oh,
you're a little messy. Okay, we're gonna get into that. I want to know
just a little bit.
how did this start? Was your family supportive? Okay.
Yeah. So I've been a matchmaker since 2014. I'm a
Mhm,
therapist by trade, but I was like, let me try to shift things and help people kind of find love.
mhm.
So the network reached out to me and said, hey, we're doing this show about matchmakers in Atlanta. They said, we love your business, we love your brand, we want you to come on the show.
Mhm.
So I am featured with some messy, crazy, and some amazing matchmakers here in Atlanta. And if you're watching on Sundays, I'm sure you're seeing like an amazing show.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love. Was your family supportive? Because you have been doing this prior to you joining the show, right?
Yeah, so I have a husband and he is super supportive. I have two of my nephews that we're raising together for the last, oh God, I'm getting old, like 8, 10 years. And they were super supportive of the show and everything that we're doing.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so did you when you started your career, right? Did you decide, what, I will just be focusing on black folks, or did you decide, anybody, love is love. Whoever
Yeah.
comes to
No.
me, okay, then I'm gonna be helpful to them. But did you decide, black folks have not had an opportunity like this, and so I'm gonna focus more on black folks. Was
Well,
that
so it's a great question. So, and people, I think, because they see my face because it's brown, and they see my name, it's Lamont. I actually I specifically work with gay men, right? So I'm a matchmaker for gay men anywhere in the United States, but I do dating coaching for gay men of all ages, of all races, of all types. If you're looking for love and you're like a gay man, they come to me. The funny thing about it is the majority of my dating coaching clients actually live in London, which is strange. You're white gay men
Mhm.
in London who come to me and say, hey, Lamont, help me to improve my dating life.
Wow. So then the show talks about certification of it. How do you believe being certified, right? Being said has made a
Ooh.
difference, because we know there are some people over there in your
Mhm.
cast that they're not certified. They say, what, I'm coming up, and data is a big thing for any company, right?
Yes. So being certified really means like you go through a process that teaches you the business, like teaches you the research behind matching people, teaches you the research behind like what's compatibility. And sometimes some people are like, hey, I just want to be a matchmaker. I feel it in my soul, in my gut. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Your experience is great. However, you need to learn the research behind it, and that's what
Hmm.
I'm a certified matchmaker, and I'm happy I went through a 3-month intensive program that taught me how to do this.
So then how does it feel for you when somebody comes up, they are not certified, they have not invested in that, but then, they're over here claiming to be doing that. I don't know their success rate. And that's the next question that I have for you to follow up on that, because then if you're certified, how has been your success rate?
Yeah, that just gives me you're being cheap and you don't want to pay for going to the process, because the certification process, it's a little investment. And it's also the good thing about the certification process, it allows you to network with other matchmakers who have gone through the same process. And, I'm going to tell you, so if you're not certified, the other people who are certified, they really look down on you. They're like, she just wanted to do this and she doesn't have the skills. They won't refer people to you if you're not certified.
But then the end. Yeah, but that the end justifies the means. That doesn't matter if I'm certified, if I'm delivering, if I'm making, the two couples be successful, they are finding love.
Who knows? Can we verify that? You can post a picture of a couple, but did they meet through you? Right? And you talk about success rate. I define success for my business is if I send you on a date with somebody, you are still hanging out, you're still dating that person, right? And my success rate ranges around like 85 to 95%.
Okay, that's awesome. I love Shay, the way she comes, she's investing in the people that she's sending out to date. She say, you know what, I'm gonna send you to therapy first, just so to see if you're ready for this, right? Do you do that? Do you meet with the person first, say, you know what, let me have this one-on-one with you, let me see where you at, are you ready to receive some love? Do you do that?
So I absolutely love Shay, and Shay and I have a similar process. I really make sure before I send someone on a date, like I have a guy in Houston. I did not send him on a date for 3 full months because I met with him every week to do dating coaching sessions. He had no interest, no friends. He had low self-esteem. So we had to build for 3 long months to make sure that he was dateable. Like sometimes people come to you and they're like, hey, find me love. But I'm like, do you even enjoy hanging out with you? Why would a guy want you? Like, so we did an intensive process where I made sure that he was marketable, he was dateable, he was attractive, and he loved himself before I put him in front of somebody. So that's why people pay you all this money so that they can be marketable. Not like we're not an escort service like somebody else maybe, but like we're not that. Like if you just want a hookup, go to Vegas or Ming.
Well, how familiar were you with the cast? Were you friends? I know you're friends with Shay, but were you friends with the duo? Were you friends with Ming?
So we all know each other through like networking events. So we've all heard of each other, bumped into each other at different events. Now, Joseph and Ming, not so much because they're not certified, but I've seen them out there.
Now, how long have you been friends with Shay?
Oh God, what year are we in? I've been friends with Shay for like over 3 years.
Oh, because I love it. I love seeing the interaction between you and now let's go back to that show because Ming is having this event, right? Her birthday, actually, she was celebrating her birthday, which I was questioning.
Or 57th birthday.
Which was creepy to me because first of all, if it is, you're celebrating your birthday, your husband is not here. I mean, your husband is having issues, all right? But then you went ahead and decided, you know what, you're gonna be messy. So you are texting your girlfriend Shay, saying, you have to come. And she responds, she comes over there and she had an entrance.
She had an amazing interest. It was like the sun coming into a dark place. Okay.
And she's the only one who brought a gift. You all never brought any gift. You all came with your business cards, trying to distribute your business cards to everybody who was there. Nobody else brought a gift.
I did not bring her a gift. I just showed up. That was my gift. Her husband didn't show up. So my presence was enough.
That's a good one. That's a good one because I was over here asking my friends, "Oh my gosh, can you believe the husband did not show up?" But she's here making excuses, though. All right.
I don't think the husband shows up for anything. What are you sipping on over there?
I needed to carry me through your food.
Look. I'll sip. Let's see.
I cannot. I can't. Okay. So we see her. She meets up. Ming, I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes.
Shay, I love Shay. She doesn't want to have any grudge with anybody. Okay. She's trying to understand. You can even see her, try to understand. Whenever she has an issue with somebody, she's gonna, let's meet for lunch, let's meet for tea, because I want to understand where you're coming from. So she meets with Ming again, who is her clients are a little bit, she keep calling Shay middle class budget, which is not a middle class budget. She's trying to get in touch with people who many people who belong to that middle class group. So what is your budget? Are you a middle class gay guy too, or what's going on with?
So it's so interesting. My clients are lawyers, doctors, media folks. Like, it ranges. Some of my guys make millions of dollars. Some make $75,000 a year. My thing for me is I want to be that guy who matches gay men so that they can actually have families, they can have a legacy. One of the things, gay marriage has only been around for less than 10 years. Right. So a lot of gay men have not been taught how to date. We don't have blueprints. So I'm that guy who wants to invest back into my community to make sure people find love. And that is what I love about all of my castmates, is that our common goal is that we want people to find love. We want them to be their best selves, and we want to build legacy. So no matter how much shade, messiness is going on, we all have the common goal. So if you definitely have to watch the show on Sundays, Love Match Atlanta, because you will see our hearts. I think we all put it out there, even throughout all the messiness.
I still don't understand where Shay and Ming tension started.
So here's the thing. I'll try not to be too messy, but if you notice, Shay is her authentic self. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's authentic, and she invests in her clients, right?
She does.
That's intimidating to someone who is insecure, who doesn't like themselves or their race, or like in a bad relationship, a bad wig, bad makeup, let's keep it going, right? So when you see Shay, it makes you go, oh my goodness, let me be mean girl towards her. Get a life.
Did that make you feel like you're being put in a position? Because Ming is coming to you. You've been friends with Shay. All right. Did that make you feel some type of way being in the middle of this?
I didn't feel like I was in the middle. I'm always team Shay. So whether I go to an event or whatever, I'm always team Shay. So no, never in the middle. I'm clear.
Okay. Good to know. I love this. So, a common thread in the show is that there's some subtle hint that a matchmaker should have a healthy relationship. Do you want to speak on that?
So one of the things I will tell you, every time I interview a client, like a new client, they want to know a couple of things. They want to know, what's your success rate? Do you have a guy? Are you in a marriage, right? Because they look to us as a model to be like, if you are practicing what you preach. And so a lot of people want to make sure that their matchmaker is married in a healthy relationship. However, there are some single matchmakers out there, which is great. The thing about single matchmakers, they actually have real experience with the dating scene. Like, I've been married for so long. So I'm not out in these streets trying to date, trying to meet people. So they have the real time experience of what it means to ask somebody for their telephone number, invite them out on a date. So I think it is a balance when you have single matchmakers and then also some matchmakers who are actually in healthy relationships. But the thing about it is, if your relationship is rocky, it's horrible, I would say take a pause on matchmaking and invest in your relationship before trying to match other people.
I agree. I agree that, and that's what Ming should do. All right, because
She should take a pause, see what's going on with her and her husband and her dress business, and you know,
she should do that. I mean, she has so much going on. She has, she's saying that her business is picking up, which I do not know. I mean, I can see the duo business picking up.
What
I
do you
don't
think
know
of
about
the dresses? Hmm. 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 Crickets. Watch this Sunday. Watch this. If you need to watch. Oh, today is Sunday.
tonight.
Watch tonight. You will see her product.
Well, she keeps saying, she's high class. This is another thing. I don't like the way she looks down on Shay just because of the money factor. Like, Shay has decided to invest. Shay does not, it's not about, it's to me, I see it's not about the money. It's for her end goal is to see, are you going to get there? Are you going to end up having the soulmate that you really deserve? To me, on the other hand, is like how much money I'm getting. I'm how much money. I don't care about what else happens next. I'm gonna sell this gown to you. That is that something that you see?
Have you been looking? So if you look in the news lately, Scott, you remember Scott, the guy who's a bar owner? Apparently, he's gone bankrupt. Wait, there's nothing left. So I'm just saying, I feel like Shay is authentic. She caters to the wide majority of people who are looking for love. I think Ming does something else.
Okay.
You wasn't ready for this, huh?
I cannot. So you just mentioned that you've been married for such a long time, and have you lived in Atlanta all this time?
So I'm originally from Pittsburgh. I've been in Atlanta since 2006.
So you went there with your boo already, or did you meet him there?
No, I met him here in Atlanta. I met him when I was like 25. I'm 41 now, but we've been
age mates. Okay.
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time, and we got married 2 years ago, but we've been together for 8 years.
What took you so long?
I think people were like, hey, so I just, how you see someone in your network and you're just like, oh, he's cool. And just one day I looked at him a little differently. I was just like,
Was this around the 8 years?
So 8 years ago, I saw him out and about. We were having drinks, and I was like, he's cute. He cut his hair, and he was just giving up. He used to have long locks, like way down his back. He cut them off. There was a different energy he was giving, and I was just like, I'm feeling him, and I'm happy I waited because when I was 25, I was not ready to date him. Mm-hmm. Right? It wasn't until I was older and mature. I was like, he is a great guy and like a good match. So I'm so happy I waited though, because I probably, if I was 25, I would have messed it up.
Totally. I hear you. So how long did you date prior to you getting married?
Oh my God.
Is there a time frame for you? Is there a time frame for you that you tell people when you're coaching them, you know what? I want you to have a healthy relationship, but I also want you can only date for a certain amount of time. Do you have that, or
do you want me to be transparent?
Please, honest? Over here.
So I'm telling you, he was when I saw him, he was just a hookup. he was like the weekly hookup. I was like, okay, come over. We will watch Scandal, eat, and do our thing, and goodbye. Yeah. And then after like 2 months, I was just like, I want to take this to the next level, right? So we actually did it in different order. We dated. He moved in after 5 months of dating. And then his sister passed away, and we adopted his 2 nephews.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Bought a house, moved in together, and then we got married. So we did it in a different order.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Mhm,
Oh my
mhm.
gosh. I didn't know you're this awesome. I just thought that you're messy, but look at you now. I like it. I
Yeah,
like
yeah, and
it.
I thought I wanted babies, but when we adopted they're so the oldest is 22 and the youngest is 18. So we've been raising them all this time. And I was like, oh, I wanted babies, but I got two like
You too.
younger
Right.
ones, and I just love the men that they have grown up to be. Like the
Awesome.
oldest, they're both in college, like super amazing men, like super.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Now on Friday there was a huge ruling in this country about Roe versus Wade, and one of the Supreme Court, the black Supreme Court man, was saying, maybe now it's time to revisit gay marriages and all that. What do you think? Is there anything that you would want to say
So
about that?
Friday was tough for me. It was
Mhm.
literally tough for me because I feel like people should have the rights to do what they want to do with their bodies and their life. And I feel like um, it's really hard. And one of my friends sent me this message saying, "Hey, you might have to do like power of attorney, do different legal documents because people might be threatening gay marriage." That is
Mhm.
disgusting that I even have to go through that thinking process that
Mhm.
I'm married, and so now I have to think about like my house. I have to sign a separate document. Medical records, I have to sign a separate document. If I die, is a separate document that other people don't even have to even consider.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
that, and that is why I love the work that I do with making sure gay men are comfortable with themselves, that they love themselves, that they are their best selves, so they can find love. And I just hope that I feel like I love diversity, even if you think differently than me.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that. I think we are better together when we have different views at the table and we are working together.
I love that. I love that. And I keep telling people, everybody I meet, like I said, I'm from Africa. In my country, abortion is illegal, right?
Yeah.
We do not have those things. But it looks like America, you guys are trying to be like us, where we are trying over there to fight to make sure everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Because
mhm.
again, it's not just abortion, it's about the girl, being appreciating who you are. And to that I say, when you, Lamont, now
Mhm.
you're 41 years old, right? So you came to Atlanta at 25, right?
Yes.
When did you feel, or when were you comfortable enough to tell your family, or to come out, say, what, this is who I am? And
Mhm,
were
mhm,
they appreciative, were they supportive in that you
mhm.
know
So it's been a long journey for me. When I say a
Mhm.
long journey of acceptance for myself and for
Mhm.
my family to be like supportive. So one of the things I tell people, like when you come out of the closet, you have to give your friends, your coworkers, your family members time because it took me a long time to be happy with who I am. So you
Mhm.
have to give them time also to process it, to ask you questions, to feel uncomfortable. It's a
Mhm.
journey that you have to come together, that you have to do together. I knew I was gay when I was like in the fifth grade.
Okay.
I knew that. However, because of what religion taught me, my family
Mhm.
taught me, my community taught me, that it was worse than being gay was worse than being a crackhead. You could beat your wife, you could do drugs, you could steal, you could be a gang member, but Lord, please don't be gay, right? Right? So that's a lot of shame, stigma that you put on
Mhm.
a person.
Mhm.
And that takes a long time to fight through that. And thankfully, I had an amazing mother and a father who loved me through that and said, "Hey, I just want you to be happy." At
Mhm.
amazing church that I found that was affirming, at amazing therapists that said, "Hey, you can get through this." So it takes a lot to unlearn all of that crap. So anyone going through this process, I say find people who are supportive, find a faith community, and find a therapist that helps you through that.
I love that. Now, I have two boys.
Mhm,
My son is 10, and I have a 8-year-old, so 8 and 10.
mhm,
And, do you have a message to those little boys, all right,
mhm,
who might feel the way you did at fifth
mhm,
grade, right?
mhm, mhm,
What would you want, or is there anything that you keep telling them? Do you have, like, because you're a therapist, all right,
mhm,
and you've
mhm,
been meeting people from different,
mhm,
boys,
mhm.
different, age groups.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have a specific message for those little boys, especially those black boys who,
Mhm,
because, people who don't look like us tend to have a better conducive, environment compared
mhm,
to, black folks. Do you
mhm.
have a message for those?
I will say there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I would say because it's reality is that some of our communities, some of our neighborhoods are not supportive.
Mhm.
So it will be a rough and a challenging experience. But I will say there's light at the end of the tunnel. Make sure that you invest into yourself. And one of the things you know about a lot of gay black youth is that they work 3 times as harder in their educational system, in their talent, in their craft, because they know they have to be like superheroes just to balance out with other folks. My
Mhm.
message to people who are not gay, who are parents, who are
Mhm.
leaders, is that you have to question what you've been taught. What is the impact of what you're teaching people on these youth? What are you telling them about their self-esteem? What are you telling them about their self-worth? And and I will say most of the things that heterosexual folks have been taught, it doesn't work for them as well, right? So create your own narrative of who you are so that you can live a healthy life.
I love that. And I love the way you were saying, what, not just in the black communities, but in anywhere. Like, if my son came to me and told me, oh my gosh, I know I'm feeling some type of way, I might be gay, and I'm a Christian, because I am a Christian, I was born and raised in church.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
co-
a
yeah,
Christian too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There you go. But then we compare, and this is the thing with these abortion rights also, because oh my gosh, a Christian with abortions, but you're over here not caring about the guns that are killing innocent children that we are bringing into this world, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I can see that comparison. But going back to the show,
Yeah.
okay, the duos. I,
The duo, I love Tana and Kelly. So what I love is that Kelly is going through this process of seeing like if long distance relationships can work,
yes.
right?
Mhm,
I think Chris is an amazing guy.
mhm,
I see his investment in her and Kelly's investment in him. And what you will see on the show is that they navigate that so well.
mhm.
Yeah. And Kelly deserves love.
I love it. I love the duos. They're a little bit messy because first of all, I actually did not understand why Ming was having an issue with Shay. She should be having an issue with the duos because they're the ones who went grab the mic and they started talking about their college. Shay was the last person to leave. It didn't make sense to me.
Ming doesn't want the duo. I think Tana might put her hands on Ming, so Ming knows that. She doesn't want that. Chicago Tana might come out, so she knows that.
Well, I love this show. Do we know how many more episodes are left to
I might cry
yes,
right now. So tonight is the last episode.
get out of here?
It's the finale. Yes, only 8 episodes.
Are you kidding?
Yes, yes. What am
You
I gonna
guys
do in my
gonna
life now?
Are you guys gonna have a reunion?
I do not think we're gonna. No, we're not gonna have a reunion. I have not gotten a message about a reunion. So,
Why was this that short? Are you kidding?
well, if you want a reunion, you all should tell Bravo do a reunion. Social media should blow up if they want a
We
reunion.
need a reunion because there's so many things that we need to see
Because
and
I'll
learn.
bring receipts if we have a reunion. Okay, I'll
Okay,
bring the
Andy.
messiness and props and all.
Oh my gosh, we need a reunion. We also need a season two.
We
Just
definitely need a season 2.
we
Yes.
definitely need a season two. I need to see you bringing in your clients because we never got to see that.
No, you did not get to see that.
I feel like we don't need to see Jonathan anywhere with a girlfriend. Like we don't need to see that. You cannot come there. Oh, my algorithm tells me that this is a good couple. We just Oh my gosh, Jonathan.
I think it is so funny that your message, like your sentiment, is the same. Some people are like, we don't want to see, Joseph and Paris. We want to see more of you, Lamont. And I'm like, I'm literally in like 5% of the entire season, and they're like, we want to see more of you and less of him. I think he doesn't like that.
You are 5% of the season, but then you have had an impact. That 5%. People don't remember much about Joseph. And listen, Joseph. I was trying to look for him on
Ike and
social media.
Tina. We call them Ike and Tina.
I swear I didn't know that this is the last episode tonight.
Yeah, tonight
is
it.
Sad.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we never got to see much of the people. I mean, I was hoping that they'll continue showing us, who was successful in this. First of all, is Shay still seeing her dude, the one that she was matched with?
You have to watch tonight to find out.
Okay. We'll be watching. I will be watching. I love the show. I don't know. Whoever came up with this idea, it was a lovely idea. I just hope that you can have a season 2. And yes. I also we want to see more of you bringing in, the gays and introducing them to each other, because, many people, this show is representing everybody. Ming she's not only focused on Black folks. She also has, her white folks. Mm-hmm. I mean, isn't the husband white?
Yeah, the husband is white, even though you don't get to see his face, but he's white.
No, we never got. All we know about the husband is that he has had, several stomach problems, stomach issues. That's why, he couldn't show up. Like, listen.
He ate some fish.
He ate some fish.
Tuna. He ate something.
Ming, so Ming is, here trying to extend some grace to the husband who ate some tuna and had her stomach issues. But she's here being messy, talking about showing us the messages that Shay's date was sending to. That's another question I have. So these messages that he's sharing about Shay's date, that he DM'd her, did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see anything that was like salacious. I felt like, if someone's trying to be messy or bring hot tea, I felt like that was lukewarm.
It was like, lukewarm. Was it prior to him being introduced by the duo to Shay?
Oh, I'm not sure. But it was just like,
yeah.
It was nothing. It was like,
sense.
I'm like, ma'am, and I'll say ma'am because she's my elder. Ma'am, focus on your relationship. Like, the entire season, she's just been a thirsty woman.
And that's why I was asking you about, being in a healthy relationship, because, it's difficult for you to, you'd rather be single and you coming to introduce me to match, me with somebody, but you've been single. But you coming to match me and you're having issues with your marriage. That alone.
One of the things I love about my husband is that he is super supportive. And there are times when we disagree, right? In every marriage, right? Yeah. But he is going to show up and show out if my dream or my business needs something. And that's why I love him for that. And I think Ming just needs to either figure out what's going on with her relationship or move on. Like,
right. Well, then I also see Joseph not knowing any boundaries. All right. You decided, you know what, you're gonna take your girlfriend for breakfast, but you're over there picking up calls. Do you have to? How are your boundaries? I mean, how do you navigate that?
You think he's interested in her?
My glass is empty.
Oh, wait. Wait, this is your interview. You're supposed to be asking me questions.
Well, listen, the guy is using his data.
He's using what?
He's using his data to meet people. So listen.
That's a little creepy.
And the audacity he has to go saying, I'm going to go ask permission for marriage. Joseph.
You think he can afford that ring?
I'm still waiting to see if the ring is going to be presented.
I don't think they're good. I don't think they're compatible. I think she's
No,
an
they're not.
opportunist. I think she's an opportunist. I, and for what? She's looking. I live in Atlanta. I will just tell you this, okay? And they are typical Atlanta. Typical. A woman looking for a come up, but guess what? There's no come up. You're wasting your time.
Do you think you should be hooking up Joseph?
He can sign up, and I'll be happy to find him a great guy.
Because the streets have been talking over here, telling me everything. The streets have been talking.
Look, if the streets talk, send me some receipts. I need facts. I need receipts. Okay.
Okay, then you can hook him up, right?
I'll do coaching sessions with him first. Okay.
Because you invest in the process, right? You just don't,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
gotta have evaluate them, see, are they ready for this, right?
I do. Yes.
Child, you are. This was fun. Do you have anything else that you would want to share with us? Whether it's about the show, whether it's about your businesses, where people can find you, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I will say, well, first, thanks for having me on the show. They did, the production company, they recorded a lot about, there's a lot of scenes that were cut, right? A lot, you do a lot of filming. Hopefully next season, you will see more of me and me actually matching gay men, because that's what I do, right? I match gay men. But the show is amazing. You will see our ups and downs this Sunday, tonight. You have got to watch it. Like, I got the screener, like, to see it in advance. I was literally screaming at the TV at the end. Screaming at it, right? So it gives Jerry Springer at the end. You have got to watch it this Sunday. Yes.
They better not do this to us.
Production is messy. You think I'm messy? Production.
We need a reunion. We need a reunion. If they're not going to give us a reunion, which doesn't look like it, then we need a second season. I mean, second one.
Yeah.
We need to see you because, okay, so me is bringing the high clientele, as she calls it. Okay. The duo have amazing, business relationship that the two of them have. We want to see, what happens in their personal relationships, with the long distance. Shay, she's doing amazing. She's over here, investing. Oh, she had one client who was also like started scaring me. She came
Which one?
The girl.
Ashley?
Oh my gosh, Ashley.
Ashley, I love her. She is a lot. She's not everybody's cup of tea, but she did find a guy who was like, I'm into all that. He's like, I'm here for
I loved it. I loved it. So yeah, I really cannot tell anything about Joseph. I don't remember anything Joseph did apart from him saying, I have the data. I really don't. The only
this algorithm.
The algorithm, yes.
The algorithm. So I don't do an algorithm. I literally meet and interview all my clients, like face to face. And I work with guys all over the United States. Like, so if you're single, you're looking for love, the name of my business is Better Way to Meet. So people can go to betterwaytomeet.com to learn more about like my matchmaking service.
I love that. The only thing I liked about Joseph and what's her name again? See, I can't even remember the name.
Paris.
The parents. Paris' parents were beautiful. Paris' parents, I love that scene when he went there. I did not, appreciate him going there pretending to be ready for marriage because he's not ready. I
don't think he's ready.
No, he's not. Okay. What she said here? She said, "I love that she tried the goods on the first date." Who did?
No, Shay didn't try the goods on the first date. She waited to the second date. It was the second date, and you know what? I actually encourage that because I think, listen, we have been taught that you have to wait until marriage for love, like to have sex.
You don't think that clouds your judgment once you have sex?
Well, here's the thing. If sex is important to you in a relationship, just like finances or like if security or compassion, some people value things differently and they want to
Mhm.
make sure that it's there in a relationship. So if sex, like sexual compatibility, is a high priority, why are you going to wait until you actually get married to find that out?
You don't have to wait until you get married. I just feel like, when you do it for the first date or second date, then that already you compromise on everything else. Okay, just because we have seen that. We have seen people who are keeping their partner just because they are good in bed.
Here's the thing, you do what works well for you. My husband, who I've been married to, we we had sex in the first night. So, you know, and we've been having great sex ever
Mhm.
since.
Okay. He said it. I didn't say it.
I said it. I said it. Okay, so you all can wait until you get married. If that works for you, do that. Okay, but me, you know, I'm a little different.
Hmm. And it works for you. So it's again, it is who you are. If you won't get attached, Erica says, if you're not gonna get attached, then it may be okay. Sometimes women get attached to it. I feel like way more than men,
If
but
it's
that's
good, you're like, hmm.
especially if it's good. Oh my gosh! But oh my gosh, Lamont, this was fun.
I
I love
agree.
it. Oh my god, you have to come back and tell me if there's anything coming up on this, because we really gonna be talking to Bravo and telling them, hey, we need a second season, and then if they give us a next season, we need more of Lamont.
Listen, invite me back anytime and definitely tell them you need more of me. They filmed a lot, but they didn't show. But
Which is unfortunate.
yeah,
Unfortunate. Which is
yeah.
unfortunate. Well, thank you so much. You guys, please, what is your IG just before we wrap it up? I want people to follow you on your IG, because you always do, you've been doing reviews with Shay on IG and Twitter.
Yes, yes. So I'm on Instagram.
Hmm.
Instagram account is the gay dating coach. And then on Twitter, it's gay dating coach.
There you go, guys. There you go.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you for being here. Lamont, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank
Oh,
you,
thank you
thank
for
you,
having me.
thank
This
you.
was absolutely a fun Sunday afternoon. Yes.
Yes, and everybody, let's watch tonight and see what happens. And we're gonna be demanding for a second season.
You're I'm telling you, you're gonna scream at the TV. If you don't, you're not human. Okay. But I'm telling you, you might throw something at the TV at the end.
Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Ellen is saying it depends on the I had sex on the first day before, and it.
Oh, wait, so she had sex on the first date before and was in a relationship for 2 years. Listen, here's the thing. You have to unlearn some of the things that we've been taught that we're how we're supposed to do relationships.
Mm.
You create the narrative of what works well for you, but going into it like consciously. Like I feel like you do things and you know why you're doing things.
Mhm.
If you don't know why you're doing it, then don't do it.
I agree. What works for
Especially
you?
if you're 40. If you're 40, 50, you know what you're doing. You're
We
not
know
a
what we're
teenager.
doing. I agree. We know what we're doing. We have tried it. We have seen what works for us and what doesn't work for us. So, listen, as long as you're in a healthy, I think the goal is healthy relationships. That's what,
And two consensual adults.
there you go.
Yes.
There you have it, guys. Do you have any final thoughts on anything, everything?
Watch the show, tweet about it. You definitely got to tweet and share on social media.
Yes. Will you be doing any review with Shay?
Oh, so Monday we'll do a review on Twitter, and then Friday we'll do a review on Instagram. So
Awesome.
the Twitter, like we do on Twitter, oh my goodness, it's so interactive. We were on there for 2 hours.
I was listening to it. Oh my gosh.
2 hours, like that.
I
Oh
loved
my
it.
goodness, they almost had me crying on
I loved
Monday.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh. I
yes,
loved it.
yes.
Nobody was happy about Joseph. Everybody was seemed to be like agree.
I had to mute myself because I was like,
I listened
it
to
was a
it. Oh
lot.
my gosh. I will be there tomorrow, and of course we'll be there on Friday. We shall be sharing all your information on the description below. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lamont.
Thank you. Love your platform. Keep it moving.
Thank you, my love.
All right.
Thank you for being here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here again. You have to follow Lamont, please, on his IG, on his Twitter, and let's watch the show tonight. Okay, it's gonna be fun. And let's tell Bravo that listen, we need a season 2, and we need more of Lamont. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye bye.